Hello, everyone. Hey, Lisa.
Hey, Laura, how you doing?
Good. So, everyone, join us. We are live together for the first time. We're trying this out, and we're just aware that there's a lot of financial strain going on. I know there is for me personally, and so many people that surround me. We're just going through really big moments with finances and pressure in like really interesting, strange ways. So we wanted it to come together. We don't have the answers, but we can like chat about it, talk about it, and maybe in the end do some cards and find some like maybe some peace and some clarity just to get through the moment. Coming back to the now moment, right?
That's it.
I mean, really. I mean, I'm seeing it surrounding me. And oops, those are the cards. Let me get Lisa
Yeah.
in here. Um, But are you also noticing things in, what's happening in your world and those around you?
Oh my goodness. And it's not just recent. I've been experiencing this since probably the beginning of the year. I think more spring, like February and March, things start hitting, and I thought they would be changing and manifesting into something else, but that just hasn't happened.
Hmm. Yeah. Um, yeah, I'm in a pressure point right now as well. And it's just, uh, you know, just because you're a certain age or you have certain education, does not mean that you are immune to going through challenging times, right?
Yeah, definitely not. No. And you know what? We have our moments. Oh my gosh. There's one day I just feel like I'm up and everything is going to be fine. And there are those moments. It's kind of dark. It's like, holy shit. But for the most part, ironically, I don't have fear. I'm still holding out. It's going to be okay. And I keep saying, oh, there's a lesson. What am I to learn? Come on. Didn't get this far just to fall on my face. So I think sometimes we are being tested, but it's hard.
Yeah, it really is. And I practice what I preach, and that it doesn't that's not a solution, but it does help me get through my days in a different way.
Hmm.
And what I mean by that is,
Yeah.
I do my breathing, I do my focusing, I do my awareness, I use the strategies that are in my workbook. But even with all that, when you look out and you see it everywhere, it becomes a little overwhelming, um, because I would love to be able to even help the people in my life, you
Yeah.
know, get through something, especially financially. And I can't even do that right now because I can't help myself right now. I'm kind of like,
Hey, but you know what they say? It's so much easier to tell someone else what to do than do it yourself.
well, yes, that's
Uh,
true. I mean, we do work on
well,
that.
hopefully we can help people because I think at the bottom of it, we all kind of know, like, okay, it's going to be okay. But like the fear of the mind, it just knows what button to push. And
Right.
yeah, it can keep you up at night and just kind of just go over and over in your head. And sometimes you just have to kick the hamster to the curb.
Yeah, I started just falling asleep with a few people that I like on YouTube videos with that are more, positive, kind of like affirmations, but just things that I could fall asleep to that are bringing in positivity and
Yeah.
calm.
Yeah.
And that might be something that people can utilize because we do need our sleep. If we're not getting enough rest,
Yeah.
that makes it even worse. And I
Yeah.
really hope that people out there, you're getting enough sleep. If not, consider how you can. That's a really good strategy of to try to address that first. Yeah.
Absolutely. Because you hear a lot about sound healing.
Mhm.
Just listening to some good music, it definitely can change a mood. I had a moment last week where every freaking thing was going wrong. My windshield got cracked. It was going to cost me money for that. Something else broke. It was like everything broke at once. And I'm like, are you freaking kidding me? I was having a bad day. And my fiance put on some chant music and just like had that
Mm.
going in the house. And it was like 20 minutes later, I mean, I felt more at peace. So what we're listening to, it makes a difference. It really does help. And especially before bed. You never want to go to bed with your mind filled with a bunch of worry.
Yeah. No, I love that. Switching that on and having someone, set that switch. You're switching the energy, you know,
Yeah.
and
Yep.
what your input is. And it is that, they've got the laws of manifestation and everything. And so that's true. Those things are great to an extent, right?
Hmm.
But it's good to go back to the basics sometime because
Yeah.
the truth is, right now I'm looking at you and I have a window here. So I can't see what's behind me. If I don't like what
Yeah.
I'm seeing here, do I want to keep looking this direction? I mean,
Right.
really, let's move over here. It's a different perspective. It feeds my soul differently. And so where are we focusing? You know,
Absolutely.
it really is very, very important. Um, yeah. So
Mhm.
would you maybe want to do
Let's pull some cards.
some cards and just
Yeah.
what is happening and how,
What the
how are we
heck
gonna
is
do this?
going on? Well, let's pull. And it's funny, I have found these little cards that I haven't used for a while, and they're affirmation cards. I don't know if you can see these. Happen to be $100 bills, a whole stack of them.
What? Let me see.
Let's see here. You're gonna see a whole stack of what, put them in there, $100 bills.
Oh, nice. That was
Wouldn't it be
perfect.
nice to have all those hundreds?
Yeah, I'd like to solve some problems with
Um,
those. Yes, absolutely.
Oh
Um,
gosh, but yeah, let's pull, and maybe it is a collective energy because I'm talking to a lot of people. You and I are having issues. It seems to be a time where finances and just abundance, whether it's, needing a job or just the job we have isn't going as well, there's an energy surrounding that.
there really is, and if I if I told everybody what has happened to me financially over this last year, their jaws would just drop. The amount of stuff
Yep,
that keeps like happening and like you said, breaking over and
yep,
over and over and over is out of control. And I'm not going to list it all because I don't want to continue to promote it, that whole
right,
idea. But,
right,
and I'm not the only one. That's the thing. Like, I'm not the only one. So
right.
let's see what Lisa's pulling here. I'm going to,
Yeah, and you know what? I'm pulling these. I'll explain what these cards, and I'm going to pull just one more. I love this John Von Prague deck. Now, I'm looking at the three cards that I pulled, kind of representing our past issues, maybe what has been important about finances and abundance, maybe how you were in the past in reference to that. What are the issues right now, kind of surrounding that, and maybe what's to come in the way to move forward. So, the first card I pulled, it's saying prosperity law number 7. I fully experience each moment. If things were going well for you in the past and they aren't now, this is Spirit's way of saying, reflect back. Were you happy? Were you enjoying the moment? I know people are going to say, yeah, because money wasn't a problem then, but it's deeper than that. It's not about the money. It's like Spirit is saying, hey, remember when you are in the moment, in the present, not worrying about tomorrow, that's one of the keys to kind of letting those blockages go. And the second card I pulled is referencing kind of the present moment and this energy surrounding it. And it says, I take care of my physical well being and strive towards balance and serenity. You just mentioned that. We said about sound healing, putting on music, change the focus. It's saying, so right now, just put it on yourself physically, mentally, take care of yourself. Money is an IOU. I'm just hearing it's like it's an exchange, it's an energy. And it comes and it goes, but you have to make sure that you are at peace and actually being in the moment. It can't be every waking moment, you can't put that focus on the lack, because then energetically and kind of the way the universal laws work, we attract more. We were just saying, you don't want to feed certain thoughts And that's kind of what Spirit is saying here. Don't feed the thought, take care of yourself, be in the present moment. And as you're moving forward, this is what is to come. I easily dissolve limiting beliefs and see myself as I really am. So it's like,
Yes.
yeah, don't limit yourself. Think big. Go, it's kind of like, hey. And then I love this is I'm like, I had to pull this card on top of it, if you can see. I love this deck. It's John von Prague about just kind of our soul's lessons. And it's like the whole thing right now, and when we're experiencing these issues, and again, you mentioned if you don't like what you see and things aren't going well, the Spirit could be tapping you on the shoulder and saying, hey, maybe that's not the best road. You're not happy. You're not liking it. So how about change it instead of trying to keep doing the same thing with the same results? And this card is saying right now, honesty. It says, I can't always expect the truth from others, but I can expect it from myself. That goes hand in hand. What are your limiting beliefs? Are you limiting yourself? Are you saying, well, I want to do this, but I don't know how? And, it's like, well, how am I going to get the money? Or it's like, no, be in the moment. Just have peace of mind and keep visualizing what you want. Don't limit yourself. Don't cut yourself short, and be honest with yourself. What have you done to create the blockage? What are you doing that's not for your greatest good that you keep trying to go through that wall? So it might be a time to reflect. And if it's maybe like for career, things aren't going well, you're not happy, maybe, not getting the hours, whatever that may be reflected to money. Maybe it's because that really doesn't make your heart sing. You're not supposed to be doing it anymore. There's a time and a place. And it might be just time to move on again, and don't limit yourself.
It's hard. It's all of this is a yes, 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 yes. And then you hear the but I can hear the little but.
Yeah, and the but's like, stop it. No, it's like, don't listen to that but.
Exactly. We have to entrain ourselves to go and keep moving forward. And I love that, because when I look back over my own life personally, some of the most horrific things that have happened to me, and some financial, some not. But when I look back at them, I can see that they presented themselves to push me forward in a different way somehow.
Absolutely.
Whether that was a mental block, a financial block, or then I was able to bring in more, something, a deeply held belief that I had had for a long time that I really I had to break through. But you don't feel that, when you're being presented, it feels like you've got a wall there. But yep. The fact is that the wall is probably something that you've put up, and you're really not seeing everything else in the other directions.
Right. Because again, back to that card, are you limiting your belief?
Yeah.
On it as well. I knew somebody who had been fired from their job. And at first they were kind of devastated. They were laid off and fired. But guess what? They are extremely successful. They have their own business. They're doing what they love. That job was never meant for them anyway. There's an expression, what's taken from you is not meant for you. What is meant for you will find you. You'll never lose it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Right? I mean, what are some of the other things? I mean, the reality is we still need to be able to pay our bills and put money on the table, right? And so there's still that. And what kind of advice do you have in those situations? Like, yes, I'm going to work on myself. I'm going to do my reflection. I'm going to check out what my beliefs are. I'm going to turn in my focus in other directions. And how about for somebody who's actually actively working on this, and they feel just stomped on and stuck? Is there any advice? Like, could you do a card pull on just maybe? I know you just pulled a lot, but maybe there's just something for that person that's really right now.
Yeah, kind of that. Yeah. Well, as you're talking, I'm actually just kind of hearing messages. Spirit is going crazy in my head right now.
Oh, good. Let's do that.
just to share that what you need to do, and back to that card of the honesty, is are you doing anything different, or are you just repeating the same steps that you've always repeated? So it may be just stopping and try to find another way. Look at it from a new direction. I think we get in habits of, and they're comfortable. And sometimes we don't even know any different. We don't even know another way. But it may be just stop, and there's a tarot card called Awakening, looking at it from a whole new direction. So that's what I'm hearing to share. Just stop and try to find a new way. Stop putting your focus as you are. Like, hey, how can I redirect the energy? Yes, always to be more positive. But there's something that needs changed with how you're proceeding.
Perceiving. I had one of my favorite astrologers has been like harping Leo King, David Palmer, the Leo King.
Yeah, watch him.
Yeah,
Two
he is.
cards came out. Okay.
It's time to roll the dice.
Yep.
Meaning that we need to try new things. We need to step out of what we think is going to work necessarily and just roll the dice and try it and try it and try it and try it until you find it's like, throwing the spaghetti on the wall. What's going to stick, and that This is the time to do that. And that makes a lot of sense. And I have actively been doing those kind of things in my own life. And, a couple of them didn't stick. So I'm doing the things that I can, but I'm still doing it actively because I'm like, if this is what's kind of presenting itself to so many people right now, especially through the astrology too, and I'm seeing it, like I'm seeing it happen. Then I'm going to keep actively, throwing things out there and seeing what happens, and just knowing that things that line up with my soul, I'm still continuing to do those. The things that make me feel good, being on this channel.
Good for you. Good for you.
Work.
It's like you're not giving up.
No, not yet. No. It just stinks sometimes.
Yeah, it does, but don't give up.
No,
you're doing good work. No.
Thank you, sister.
You're doing good work. Well, you saw these cards flew out on their own, and can't make this stuff up. What does it say? I go within and focus what I want to create. It's kind of spirits repeating here. And the other is I seek approval from within. It's like, stop. What does your heart really want you to do? Stop limiting yourself. If you could do anything in the world, money was not an issue. It's a time to reflect and like, what would that be? And not say, yeah, but no buts.
No buts.
Like, it's like, find out what you want, what fuels your fire. And it's like, this is what I want. And I'm a believer too in just visualizing, like with the abundance, like what are you really wanting to create with that abundance? Like feeling it and seeing it like it is already there. Because it does attract more of that energy, because I'm very guilty of having my own little pity parties sometimes. And it's easy to do when things are tough. But we have to be like, stop it, snap out of it.
No, absolutely. Absolutely. I totally agree. I don't know. Is there anything else that you feel you want to maybe pull or share?
Yeah, I see some cards in your hands. Let's see what your guides want to throw out there.
Yeah, I'm going to use the Clarity deck. I'm just going to pull a couple ones and see, okay, what's something that we can, one of these might speak to you guys. What is something that we might need to consider when it comes to this abundance and these really big, large situations that have been happening to people that are beyond their normal scope of stress? Because I'm seeing that. Not financial,
Yeah. Can we blame it on Mercury retrograde? Is it still retrograde?
It's coming out of its shadow. I think it just went direct this week, a couple days ago.
So that's not an excuse anymore.
So, okay, we got this one and we got this one. All right, so inner knowing, you're already sensing this.
It goes kind of hand in hand with the other cards.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, we're getting there. Mercury's direct. Maybe that really means things are moving forward. I love that card. That's really pretty.
And yeah, I feel like maybe this is also saying that we had been talking about trying new things.
Uh-huh.
And I feel like this card might be like, hey, if you're watching this, then there might be something inside of you that you secretly have just been kind of
Yeah.
wanting to do. And that this card is just saying, yeah, you already know this. Tap into that.
Do
Because
it. Don't limit yourself.
and
Yeah.
ultimately, the thing that you're thinking of might not bring you that $1 million, but that thing that you're thinking of, that you start doing it, you start to feel alive. You start to tap into that flow that connects you to your higher self, into like that creative stream that
Yeah.
then maybe you get the inspiration from other areas, or you draw to you the people or the things that you need to make that
Absolutely.
breakthrough.
Absolutely. And then you're in the present moment and you're not limiting yourself. So it does. It'll turn
Right.
around.
So maybe I'd ask anybody to say, hey, what do you know? What is
Yeah.
it that you're feeling and sensing? And start there.
Yeah. Follow
Start.
your dreams. Follow your dreams if there's a little something. You don't need to know when it's going to happen or how. Just, hey, this is what I want to do, and follow that inner knowing.
Yeah, exactly. And it doesn't have to be 100% of your life. It's not like you have to stop your current job and whatever,
Right.
but take that little teeny tiny step. Maybe it's about saying, okay, you know what? I'm going to look into yoga certification. Just going
Yeah.
to research it because I've always wanted to
Yeah.
do that. Or, you know what? I'm going to start going for a walk around the block because I feel like I want to connect more with nature or neighbors or
Yeah.
whatever. It could be as simple as, you know what? I'm going to get one of those mandala coloring books and just
Oh,
sit
I
and get
love those.
right. It's just relaxing. I don't know. Everyone's different, but whatever it is for you, there's an inner knowing that you already have about something that you
Yeah.
can take a step right now to kind of relieve some of that pressure. And then the second one, ooh, oh, I love these cards. This one is another chance. You get to choose
Wow.
differently this time.
Yep. There we go. If it's not going right, how do you say, what is I mean, there's an expression. Oh gosh, I think it just went in one ear and out the other about that. Like, you know what? Choose again. Just keep going until you hit it.
And that's really it. That is really it. Another chance.
Yep.
We're
When
getting another chance for our finances, people.
Yeah, and not be so hard on ourselves. Just I think knowing that that we're not alone. Like a lot of people are experiencing it, and you know what? We're still here. It's not the death of us. We'll get through it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So any final card pull, or you feel kind of complete on this one for now?
I feel pretty complete. And I
Mhm.
think too that these messages that came through can, even if you're not having financial difficulties, these messages are really helpful in other areas of your life. It could
Yes.
even relationships. Things aren't going well. Guess what? Kind of the same thing. Don't keep trying to do the same thing if you're not getting the results you want.
Yeah,
Just
absolutely. Yeah,
just be in the moment.
absolutely. Yeah, so thanks guys for watching. And this was our first live, and I appreciate the support. So if you're watching this later, if you could subscribe and give us a thumbs up, because this is a channel I really do want to grow it, and evolve and provide things that, benefit everyone. And in those terms, if you are in one of those moments and you are just like, "Ugh, oh my gosh, join me for my breathing. I do it every day. Quick little 3-minute video. It'll help ground you again. And as you see above, I have an evening audio that's free. You can download. There's also a workbook it's got a lot of the things that we talked about today. And what it does is it's something you create. It helps guide you through creating things that work for you. So you can check those things out. And then Lisa and I talked about next Friday. This is really exciting. We are going to do readings. So you can join us
Yeah.
at 2 p.m. Eastern Time or 11 a.m. Arizona time. And we're going to do quick readings personalized for you for, what did we say, like $20?
I think $20, yeah, and we'll get to have
$20. Do a reading.
questions answered.
Pull, ask a question, pull some cards, and we're going to play around with that. And we can't wait to see you there. Yeah, so thank you for joining us. Did you bring your glass today?
Oh, I did. I've been cheers.
Awesome.
Cheers.
So cheers to you,
Salute.
everyone. Absolutely. Stay open, stay authentic, stay present, and we'll see you on July 31st. That's a Friday at 11 a.m. Arizona time and 2 p.m. Eastern time.
You got it. See you guys.
Ciao for now.
Bye. Ciao.